Hello, my loves. Welcome back. Today, I want to share something different. A few days ago, I wrote something on my Substack, and I did not write it with an intention of turning it into a video or an episode, but I think it deserves to be on a video as well. So, I saw a really intense dream one of the mornings, and I woke up feeling not well in my body. I was feeling this, familiar sadness sitting in my chest. The one that, the kind of sadness that doesn't belong to one story from your life. And since I was feeling all these emotions, instead of moving past it or analyze it or trying to heal it, I did what I do often. I decided that I'm gonna do a full-on embodiment practice on it, which is actually a combination of doing a deep journaling around whatever is happening and then going straight into the intuitive movement practice. And this was not to fix anything or to understand anything. It was just to let whatever was there to move and express itself. So what was expressing through me in that practice was this deep wound sitting inside of me that I've been working on like since forever, I guess. And even though I've addressed it like multiple times, as I mentioned, since it's like I'm forever working on it, but that did felt like I was able to touch this core aspect of it, and now this wound of mine, this part of me, was able to come on the surface to express itself through me, through my voice. And also, it felt like, finally it had the space to move freely. As if earlier, all the layers that came before this moment were just taking up a lot of space. And since I've been working a lot on my body and embodiment and releasing stuff, I finally had the capacity to hold it. And later on, when I finished my embodiment practice and I reread what I'd written, I realized that it was not just me feeling my deepest wound. It felt like the voice of the wounds, the wounds that we usually carry within us, all those deep wounds that humanity has been carrying for ages. So I see it like this, like we all have this specific thing, a specific wound that's unique to us, that stings us the most, that the one that hurts us every time we feel that, okay, we're doing well. So after this realization, I decided, let me write it down. And then I created a post for my Substack. By the way, I recently started writing on my Substack. And if you would like to join me, I will leave the link below in the description or maybe in the comment section. And I just want to mention this. I'm writing more intimately there. It's that space I have decided to create almost like a journal. So yes, I'll leave the link below and you can join me if you want. So now back to the video. Today I've decided to bring this piece here in spoken form. This video is only going to take a few minutes, and whoever is listening, I would want your entire body to be present while you listen to it, because this message is not meant to be consumed, it's meant to be felt. But before I read this message, I want to say one thing. I'm not sharing this as a teaching, I'm not sharing this as a lesson, I'm sharing it as an experience. And as I read it, I want you to listen to it not from your mind, but from your body. You don't need to agree with every word, you don't need to understand everything. Just notice what stirs for you, what tightens within you, what softens within you. And if at any point you feel a bit emotional or uncomfortable or even a little exposed, nothing is wrong. That's usually a sign that something true is being touched. So as I read this post, let me step aside. You forget my name, forget where I came from, and just listen to this as if these words are rising from your deepest wound. That the one thing that hurts you the most. Think about that. And now listen. My dear, please, if I may ask you for one thing, please stop trying to get rid of me. I'm not the problem. I'm a portal to a version of you that you've not yet met. I'm not promising you healing fantasies or some perfected future self. I'm not offering guarantees. What will unfold, only time will reveal. Do not focus on outcomes. Yes, I know I'm unbearably painful. I can't tell you whether I was born in this lifetime or if you have been carrying me across many. Sometimes it feels like dying would be easier than feeling me fully right. But trust me, if you try to escape me through death, I will return the moment your soul chooses to incarnate again. So instead, I ask you this. Accept me as I am. I only want to help you. I was not always this heavy. In the beginning, I would have softened and moved if you had allowed yourself to feel me. That first flicker of guilt, the first hint of shame, the earliest brush with fear. But you pushed me away. You buried me in the dark. You rejected me. And slowly, this became your normal state of existence. Then layer upon layer formed like an onion, and with each layer, separation between us grew stronger, and you drifted further from your wholeness. And now you wonder why you don't feel like yourself. So I had no choice but to become louder, rebellious. My purpose became simple: to break you open so completely that you would finally feel the pain I had been carrying alone for so long. I'm not proud of this. But pain, grief, and hurt are the only language I was given. Every heartbreak you bypassed, every rejection you minimized, every betrayal you buried beneath coping mechanisms. I absorbed them all and grew stronger. You became a walking, breathing pressure chamber, erupting in anger, collapsing in exhaustion, wondering why everything feels so heavy. I don't want to scare you. This is not only destruction. I'm also the gateway to your deepest strength. Only if you dare to sit with me, if you allow me to rip your heart open. I know how that sounds, but haven't you already known pain? This time, the only difference is that you will feel it fully. You may ask me how. The answer is simple, simpler than you think. You must tap into the power you have never honored: your softness. Yeah, the very thing you do not consider power. The stiffness, the strength you wear like a badge of honor, it has kept you alive, but it will not set you free. Softness will, because when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, I finally find space to move. The moment I begin to loosen, it'll not be gentle at first. You will feel confronted. The layers you hid me under will surface. Denial will no longer work. There may be numbness, but trust me, even recognizing numbness is progress. Then anger, rage, resentment, all will be exposed. Do not judge yourself while moving through them. This is not regression. This is me bringing truth back to the surface. You may want to run, to fix something outside of you, to blame circumstances. Drop all expectations, because we are moving toward surrender. Then one day, you will reach my most tender layer, where the real grief lives. The sadness you avoided, the pain you refused to name. When you finally allow yourself to own it completely, I will move through every blocked corner of you, every tight space, until you crack open. This is the moment you will breathe fully for the first time. You will feel lighter, as if space has opened inside you, as if you've shed a weight you didn't know you were carrying, not metaphorically, but viscerally. But more importantly, you will return to your power. My grip on you will dissolve. The what ifs and whys will fall away. The pain and the perpetrators of the pain will lose their meaning. And you will come home. You will finally understand. I was never here to destroy you. I was only a portal, walking you back to yourself, to your truest essence. That's it. So let's take a breath. And if you would like to pause the episode, please do. Just let your body catch up. Sometimes when truth lands, the nervous system, it needs a moment to settle in. Remember that it's safe. If you have a wound like that, that still bothers you, that no matter how much you heal, it's always there. It doesn't mean that something is wrong here or that you're broken. It means that you are honest, and wounds don't surface again and again because we are failing at healing them. They surface like this in bits and pieces because now we are finally becoming strong enough to hold them, to stay with them. And this heavy wound within us is not asking to be eliminated. It is only asking to be met. So many of us are like, we're walking in this world carrying so much pain in our body and then wondering, why does this life feels so heavy? Why joy feels distant? Why rest never fully lands within us? And it's not because we've not done enough work. It's only because this tender part of us has been waiting for our softness. And here's the truth that I would like you to know from the perspective of feminine healing. You don't heal your inner wounds by conquering them. You heal them like this by finally becoming spacious enough to feel them. And you need your softness for feeling your stuck wounds. And softness is not weakness, it is capacity, your capacity to hold yourself. And when you soften all the hurt and pain and trauma within you, the wound finally gets the space to move. And when it releases, power returns. Not the loud kind of power, but grounded, embodied kind of power. The kind that doesn't rush, the kind that knows what it is. So if your wound has been speaking with you lately or trying to speak with you through dreams, through emotions, through exhaustion, through tears, please don't silence it. Sit with it and place a hand on your body wherever you feel it and breathe into that place that feels tight and tell it, just whisper to it that if it feels right, please speak because I'm listening now. And this alone is a soft act of deep self-love. So this is what I wanted to share with you. And if this spoke to you, I would like to hear your comments. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for listening with your body. And in the end, I just want to say that your wound was never here to destroy you. It was always guiding you home. And once again, if you would like to read that post, if you'd like to know what kind of dream I saw and how I did my practice and how I got to this conclusion, it's all there written on Substack. And if you'd like, please leave your comments on Substack as well. And once again, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next episode.